Lung cancer doesn't discriminate. It can strike anyone at any age. Graduate student and patient advocate Taylor Bell Duck knows this all too well. A star soccer player who never smoked, Duck's lung cancer diagnosis at age 21 came as a shock to her and her family. Now cancer-free, she's on a mission to advocate for others facing this devastating disease. Here now to share her story on survival and to encourage others tackling the tough challenges of lung cancer is Taylor Bell Duck, along with her physician assistant, Scott Balderson. Taylor, how did you first find out you had lung cancer?
So yeah, imagine being 21 years old, a never smoking Division I college athlete, and being diagnosed with lung cancer. That's my story. I went to school to play soccer and quickly realized that I was having trouble passing a fitness test and had numbness and tingling in my toes. And after a year of workup and trying to figure out what was going on, they really were unable to find anything. And so I quit the soccer team and decided to kind of pursue other things in college. And over the next year, I had reoccurring pneumonia several times and just really couldn't get well. And randomly on a Saturday afternoon, I thought my appendix was rupturing and went to the emergency room, and they did a CT scan of my abdomen, and part of my lung showed up on that scan, and it revealed a 4-centimeter mass, which ultimately ended up being lung cancer.
Taylor, why are you partnering on your cancer game plan?
So I partnered with Merck and other leading cancer advocacy organizations because your cancer game plan focuses on 3 fundamental pillars that I think are so important for cancer patients, and that's emotional well-being, health and nutrition, and then communication, and not necessarily communication with your family and friends. That's really important during your diagnosis, but also communication within your healthcare team and having the ability to have really robust conversations during a really difficult time.
Thank you. Scott, how prevalent is lung cancer?
Unfortunately, it's far more prevalent than we would like. Also, unfortunately, most times when people think of lung cancer, they immediately think of an association with cigarette smoking. And as Taylor's very compelling story illustrates, there's a relatively large cohort of patients who are diagnosed with lung cancer every year who have absolutely no smoking history whatsoever.
Scott, what advice do you give to people with lung cancer and their loved ones?
Sure. Well, it's multifactorial. First, as far as the diagnosis is concerned, it would be very important for people to try to get to a larger tertiary or academic center where they could have access to multidisciplinary care and have access to what are clinical standards of care in order to manage the disease. Secondly, using resources such as yourcancergameplan.com are very helpful because they're very empowering. For me as a physician assistant in my work with Taylor was very much rooted in being able to reach her in a way that I could explain very complex medical concepts to her in a way that would make sense so that she was equipped to be able to make decisions. And so this is one of the resources that patients can go to that would be very helpful to them in that regard.
Taylor, is there anything you'd like to add?
I just wanted to say thank you for the opportunity for us to come on and speak about something that's so highly stigmatized that touches so many people, and encourage patients to be involved in their care and get educated and be an advocate for themselves. And they can certainly find more resources at yourcancergameplan.com.
I'd like to thank you both for taking the time today to talk with us. Have a good day.
You too. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.